Okay, so I told Jeffrey I wouldn't tell anyone about what happened in the kayak, but here I am.
Okay, good morning. We're going kayaking. I gotta switch to the action cam because we gotta waterproof this situation. I'm pretty worried about kayak. I don't have a good history with kayaks, but I think it's gonna be okay. I might be wet. Worst things could happen. Oh my god. Apparently, we have to wear wetsuits. So, this is gonna be good. Me squeezing my body into this wetsuit. I am gonna look and feel like an overstuffed sausage. Oh Lord. Why don't I research this stuff before I get here? I won't ever learn. This is gonna be fine. It'll be fun. Hey Katie, how are you feeling about the wetsuit situation?
I was unprepared for the wetsuit. What's gonna happen? Like, he gave me a small. I'm like, have you seen my boobs?
Well, mine is not a large. He clearly hasn't seen my boobs. The price we pay for being adventurous. Oh Lord, we got firm instructions to pee first. Apparently, it's a nightmare to pee after you've got this thing on. Alright, I think I have to take my swim trunks off, so I gotta peel myself out of these again. Oh my god, y'all. The things I get myself into. Are you ready for this? I know that you're not. Okay, it's actually not as bad as I thought. In fact, it might even be a little bit cute. It's time for the waterproof case, so see you on the flip side.
I was really looking forward to kayaking here in Patagonia, and my husband and I have done kayaking before, and I actually had less nerves about the kayaking than I did about the long hikes. And before we came on this trip, I had like some sort of back injury, a slip disc or something that didn't heal. And so we went to the kayaking place, and we got in our kayaks, and I sat down, and the way that we had to position ourselves, it was unlike any kayak that I had been in before. The way that we had to position ourselves and hold ourselves up when we got in the kayak, my core, I knew I could not stay in that position, like have the core strength to stay in that position and protect my back. And so I just kind of had this devastating moment that I'm not going to be able to do this safely, and it's not gonna be enjoyable beyond that.
Kayaking makes me a little apprehensive, and then we were in so many layers, but we were in double kayaks, and I think that just made it a little more fun because you had someone to talk to the whole time, even if you're kind of separated from the group. And it was so beautiful. The color of the river here is the glacier runoff, and just gorgeous. And then we got another view of Fitzroy, which hasn't disappointed me yet.
I wouldn't say I was nervous about kayaking. I thought this was going to be the easiest thing, but also really cool because I've never kayaked. I'm a complete newbie at all water sports, it's hard, y'all. It's hard because, like, first of all, it's not epically comfortable in the kayak. It is like your hip flexors, your lower back. It's not a comfy seat. Everybody I worked with was like, they were just like, you're gonna fall in. I got super lucky. I got paired with one of the guides who's a professional kayaker. I think had that not happened, I would have tipped over at least 3 times. I would have been that person. Luckily, it wasn't me that was that person. Yeah, so that person was Jeffrey. Jeffrey is the one that took a dip.
Okay, so I told Jeffrey I wouldn't tell anyone about what happened in the kayak, but here I am. So Jeffrey was the first one to fall out, and he did it with a bang.
An absolute shit show. Like, really embarrassing in the best ways possible.
Fortunately, he didn't take his partner down with him.
Tipped in the middle of the lake, so I had to get back in the kayak, and I got on the edge, like in the middle.
But he was able to get back into his kayak, but maybe broke his kayak a little.
It's a mess.
So it broke? The seat broke at the beginning?
The seat snapped, and I jerked right as a wave came, and I saved Kelly though. I knew we were gonna tip, and so I just dove. I was gonna sacrifice myself.
He had to get towed down the entire river by a guide. And while doing so, he had to have his legs hanging in the river, so he was not just getting towed, he was dragging behind his guide. He fell out just multiple times.
And it's so relaxing too that Jeffrey was the one that broke the seal, because somebody was gonna go in. Of course it had to be Jeffrey.
The driver who was meeting the kayakers at camp, he went ahead and took us over to the camp. And when I got on the bus, I was crying. I was trying to hide myself in the seat. And Eric was sitting in a separate seat, but still reaching over. And the driver was so sweet and was taking us to different spots to take photos. And Eric walked away at one moment when we were out taking photos, and the driver did not speak any English. And I speak 6 words in Spanish. But he was able to communicate with me, basically asking if I was okay and reminding me where I was. And then I started crying again, because more from gratitude and not sadness. And I don't know, that ended up being pretty special. And he took us over to a place where we hang out and experience all the beauty. It's not like we missed any of that. And then afterwards, when he drove us back here, and everyone got off the bus, he called us over for someone to translate for him something that he wanted to say to us. And basically, again, language barrier, but basically he was saying that he admired our relationship, and that Eric didn't leave me, and that I still did something. I don't know, it's like there's language barriers, but being kind and having compassion can be a universal thing. And so I'll just never forget that. Hector's his name.
Want to watch another video? Click here. Want to learn more about my upcoming trips? Click here. Want to subscribe and like all my videos and turn those bell notifications on?